we are going okay, run the red light. Like, the light was nice and red. But anyway, we are going to go back in time to about like 2.5 years ago.
And go in Auntie Katie's house.
We're going to go back in time about 2.5 years ago, where I was really down, and I was just speaking about mental health and why it's important to take care of your mental and to just do everything you can, starting with yourself first before you can give and pour into others. So if you're interested in anything like that, just keep on watching. Yesterday was like the icing on top of my emotions, and I just wanted to speak about mental health and why it's so important to take care of your mental, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else if you're not set and together yourself. So there have been a couple of things in my life that has transpired from about end of July, beginning of August up until now, and it's some things that have been going on for an entire year as far as finances and catching up on bills and making sure everything's up to date, because I don't know if I expressed this in any of my last videos, but having a baby takes a toll on a lot of things: your finances, your mental health, your physical appearance, and just everything as a whole. So with that being said, like, everything that has been transpiring over the last year up until today, it became very overwhelming, and it started affecting what I did at work. It started affecting it started affecting me being on time for work. It started affecting my work ethic, because I started becoming stressed and overwhelmed. And I don't want to say depressed, because I only felt depression in my postpartum depression, and I've never felt depression outside of that. So I really don't know how to describe it, and I don't think it's being depressed, because I'm still up doing what I need to do and making it through every day. But it became very overwhelming, like I keep saying, and I needed to sit down and talk to my bosses, because I wanted them to understand where I was coming from. And I'm like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm putting my job behind everything. I don't want you guys to think that I don't appreciate everything that you have done for me, as like up until now. They're new bosses in the company. They're very down to earth. They're so sweet. I love them to pieces, and I consider them as like my sisters and like people that I can lean on when times get rough, because one of them is a mom of 6, and the other one, she's about to have a baby, and I think the beginning of next year. And like, they just get it. And on top of that, they've been directors of centers, and they're just very family and people oriented. So it's like, they get where I'm coming from as far as my stress levels. They get where I'm coming from when I say that I needed my mental health day on last Monday. And they completely understood. They expressed to me that they knew something was going on, but they didn't want to ask. So they gave me the time that I needed. What in the world? This car is full of mud, and I'm trying to figure out how on earth are they seeing right now, and where did the mud come from? I wish I should have turned the camera so you could see it. But they understood, and they wanted to give me time to gather myself. They wanted to give me time to come to them on my own time whenever I was ready to express to them exactly what was going on. And I did that yesterday, and I told them like everything in a nutshell, not getting into detail, because that's still my personal business. But I let them know, like, I don't want you to think that I don't care about my job. I don't want you to think that I'm the person to slack. I don't want you to think that I'm a person to take advantage of your kindness. I don't want you to think that I'm a person to expect pity from anybody because of life situations, when everybody goes through life situations and life gets thrown at you when you least expect it. So they were so open, they were so honest, they were so giving, they were listening to everything that I said. They gave me positive feedback and advice on what I should do next as far as moving forward, and I really appreciate that, because it's like I kind of kept to myself, because I'm like, these people don't know who I am. They just came in, and I don't want their picture that was already painted for me to be tainted and to be messed up, and for them to be like, oh, well, this is not how she was when we first came here. What happened? So they knew something was going on, and they literally wrapped their arms around me and made me feel better about myself. And they were even saying, like, changing my work schedule to best suit me and help me to get to work on time. And I'm like, no, I feel like now that everything that has transpired over the year is kind of settled and it has like a clear path of where I'm going, I think that keeping my schedule for 7:30 to 4:30 every day will be perfectly fine, because I'm not stressed out anymore. There's a plan, so I don't have to worry about whatever, and I can continue to move forward and live my life the way I was living it before. So I just want to let you guys know that it pays to speak up and to talk about your mental health. It pays to speak up and say that you need a day to collect yourself, because I figured, like, I can push through, keep my mouth shut, and deal with it, because that's just how I deal with situations. I just don't talk, and I'd rather find a plan to get it done and work it out. But it really pays to just open your mouth and say something. That way you can move forward, and you never know, once you start talking, there could be resources out there for you that you never knew about, which I didn't. And as I'm speaking to my boss, she's like writing down and sending links to different things that will help me out. And I'm like, it really pays to speak. You ask and you shall receive. Like, there are certain things in this company that I was never told, although I've been there for 4 years. Certain things I was never told, and just from speaking to them and letting them know what was what, I walked away with a couple of resources that I can use to help me. And I really appreciate that, because it's like no one has ever said that out of the 4 years that I've been there. So please don't hold anything in. As much as you feel like somebody is going to sit and judge you, I mean, some people will, but gauge who you speak to, gauge who you tell your business to, because if you feel like you can trust them and they've gained your trust, speak about it. And if they haven't, at least find somebody that will, because it really pays to have somebody in your corner, and it really pays to have that help and that understanding, and for them to know, like, who you are, and to see a change, and then want to help you to get back to who they know you can be. It's worth it. Like, it really is, and you won't be disappointed. And I'm not disappointed. I'm actually happier than I was a couple of days ago, because I just felt like the world was crashing down and there was no way out of it. But I've been praying. I need to fast, because I feel like fasting and praying comes hand in hand, and once you do that, things will really change and turn around and work out for your good. But I've been praying. My prayers have been answered. God has been making a way out of no way, and I just feel like I needed to express this so everyone can understand that it really pays to be positive and to do what you're supposed to do, and people can see that and are willing to help you out in the end. So I just wanted to say that I'm actually pulling up to Walmart now. That was like a whole 10-minute talk of yeah, just me speaking my truth.
Let's say bye. Bye.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications for more videos that I post in the future. And tell me what you think about it in the comments. I really want to hear what you have to say. But, yep, like I always say.
Say something.
What?
I'm going to Auntie Katie's house and Granny's house.
And we will definitely see you in our next video. Well, my next video, talk about our
Bye.
bye.